6 wins simply won't cut it. When Dave Gettleman was hired at the end of the 2017 season, nobody expected that his rebuilding project would last this long, but here the Giants are entering year 4, and the record under the general manager is 15-33. Players and fans are tired of losing games, and the Giants believe they have added enough pieces on offense and defense to push this team back into playoff contention. All right, so as we mentioned, they finished 6-10 at home, and on the road they were 3-5, and within the division they went 4-2. Offensively, they ranked at the very bottom, 31st in the NFL, putting up 299.6 yards per game. Defensively, they ranked 12th, giving up just 349.3. Saying all that, there was a lot working against young quarterback Daniel Jones last year. He was hurt for most of the second half of the season. He lost his star running back Saquon Barkley to a torn ACL in week 2. And the offensive line literally crumbled in front of him, like actually. But all those excuses are gone now. When the 2021 draft rolled around, they selected Kadarius Toney, a wide receiver out of Florida, in the first round. In the second round, they drafted Georgia linebacker Azeez Ojulari. In round 3, they drafted Aaron Robinson, a cornerback out of UCF. And finally, in the 4th round, they selected a Northern Iowa linebacker, Ellerson Smith. The Giants made good on their vow to add firepower on offense, bringing in Kenny Galladay, a legit ex-receiver, and Kyle Rudolph, an established red zone threat, to help the two areas in which New York struggled last season. They added running back Devontae Booker to back up Saquon Barkley. Cornerback Adoree Jackson was a huge signing for the Giants, hopefully allowing them to play more man coverage. They lost Dalvin Tomlinson, who went to the Vikings, and Kevin Zilter, who signed with the Ravens. But overall, they had a very successful offseason. Their strength of schedule ranks 25th overall. Some notable games: week 4 at New Orleans, week 6 versus the Rams, week 8 at Kansas City, and week 11 at Tampa. That's just not a fun stretch at all right there. As for key players, all eyes will be on quarterback Daniel Jones to take that leap from game manager to game winner. The front office committed to getting Jones playmakers this past offseason. This is the year Jones has to prove that the Giants are right to draft him 6th overall in 2019. I love watching Giants star running back Saquon Barkley play, but at this point, the key for him is staying healthy, which he hasn't done since his rookie season. If he can, he may just be the most versatile back in the NFL, an essential piece to this offense. As we mentioned earlier, Kenny Galladay is the first true #1 wide receiver they've had since trading Odell Beckham Jr. At 6'4", Galladay is the big wideout every quarterback should have, and the Giants dream of him doing for Jones what Plexico Burress did for Eli Manning. He will be the workhorse of the passing game and should light up the NFL come this season. Now, the Giants defense was one of the most pleasant surprises of the team last year. The breakout star was obviously cornerback James Bradberry, who not only proved his worth on the big contract he signed last season, but asserted himself as one of the best cornerbacks in the league if they are healthy. And right now, cornerback Adoree Jackson is trying to shake off a mild ankle sprain. The Giants' team strength is their defensive secondary, and it's not even really that close. Leonard Williams showed why the Giants traded for him back in 2019, putting up a career-high 11.5 sacks last season. New York rewarded him with a 3-year, $63 million contract, and the Giants will look for him to build off last season to replicate the success in 2021. And come on, guys, we have to show some love to kickers too. And one of the Giants' best free agent signings last year was the addition of veteran kicker Graham Gano, who approached near perfection, connecting on 31 of 32 field goals and 21 of 23 extra points. And finally, for my projections, there are really only 2 ways to imagine this season ending. either with the Giants holding a winning record and a playoff berth or David Gettleman getting fired. I know it sounds so cliche, but the key will be whether everyone can stay healthy, particularly Barkley, and whether Daniel Jones really is who the Giants think he can be. If they are right about him, they've got the potential to light up the scoreboard, even if the offensive line is still mediocre. I love their defense and the offseason additions they've made, and I'm going to go 9-8 for the 2021 New York Giants.